welcome back to my channel. I had a lot of crazy changes happening today. Woke up in Oregon after getting to explore a bunch of Central Oregon and Camp Sherman area. I'm headed to the West Coast to meet some friends, and I have some stops along the way that I want to do. But with this weather coming in, waking up, and now that it's snowing, I know that I need to get across the pass pretty fast. I have Jason with Primal Outdoors and his dog Ben following behind. We are actually going to be going to see some mutual friends, and so we're going to be traveling across the pass together, which definitely gives me more peace of mind having somebody else. I know we looked at the video cameras before we started out, but does it get pretty bad up there?
It does get pretty bad, and one area specifically we want to take care of is when we're going up and we're going along Subtle Lake, because the extra moisture from the lake causes a lot of ice on the roads.
All right, well, that is good to note. Thanks for being my travel guide across the pass this time.
No problem.
It's February 16th and it is 28 degrees outside, making it a cold start to the day. With being a very heavy front wheel drive vehicle, I am thankful to be doing this right now versus later. Well, we have made it to the Santiam Pass, and there is quite a bit of snow already happening up here for it just having started. To know whether you're a true local or not based on how you pronounce certain city names. So for example, even though I'm from Northern California originally, my new home state is Nevada, and I've had family that have lived in Nevada for a very, very long time. But out-of-staters and non-local people call it Nevada. Well, for the record, it is pronounced Nevada, not Nevada, Nevada. I'm going to put a couple different towns up on the screen, and I want you guys to pronounce them out loud. So the first one, you pronounce it Ely. A lot of out-of-state people call it Eli, but it's called Ely. One from Oregon, I would say, is this word. When I started traveling through here, I called it the Willamette, but it's pronounced Willamette. Another popular one is if you're going through Utah, people always say this one wrong. It is not pronounced hurricane, it is pronounced hurricane. Hurricane, Utah. Drop that down in the comments. Let me know what is the name of the town or the city in your state that gets mispronounced and it drives you absolutely crazy. I'm really curious. Let me know. Just taking these downward areas nice and easy. No chain restrictions, so we're doing good. Now that we have officially made it to the west side of the Cascades, it has turned from a snow to a rain, although it does show over the next 3 days snow the entire time over here as well. So we kind of want to get up into a spot before that snow comes in. Well, we're trying to see if we can get up this road because it said road closed, that there's slide areas, use caution, which is really difficult this time of year. So we're trying to see if we can actually get where we want to go. All of the parks are closed up in this area, but there is a forestry road that we would like to take and then backtrack to drop all the way down into Detroit. It's amazing just to see how much damage the wildfires actually did back through this area. There are so many parks along this road that are all closed. I don't think we've seen one single one that's actually open. There's just been sign after sign saying hazardous wildfire area, closed to the public, no entry beyond this point. Here's another one just saying that this whole area is closed up ahead. There are a bunch of new homes along the riverfront being rebuilt, but you can just tell from areas that still have some trees in them how this once used to be such a beautiful, thriving community. And it's just really hard to see everything just having been destroyed, because it's going to take many, many years for new trees and new growth to happen here.
At this point, we're going to be getting ready to enter National Forest as long as we can. I see some orange signs up here. I really hope there's nothing closed.
Yeah, I hope it's not closed either. The hard thing is, yep, there's orange signs coming up ahead.
Yeah, there's a gate up ahead. That's so great.
Oh, there's a bridge out ahead is why. Well, it's steadily snowing now. and the road is closed. There's a bridge out ahead, and there's an actual gate up on the road, which means there's just been some real bad damage due to the fires. That's what happens. Sometimes you find out things the hard way, especially when you're new to an area and you don't really know what to expect. You know, that happens. That's why it's so important that we filled up with gas, because you always want to fill up with gas, especially in areas that you don't travel in normally, and especially in winter conditions, because you want to make sure that you're safe, you have fuel, and you can leave and turn around and still have plenty of time to do that if you need to. This is a very steep grade that we are going up, and it has been nonstop. We're trying to get up and over to the highway, taking a different road, and it is very, very steep and snow on the road. Because if we have to go very slow down, it's getting real slushy.
I think I blew a radiator hose.
Oh no. Not good. Yeah, that was an extremely steep incline.
I think I'm okay because I don't smell any radiator fluid and my temperature's okay. I don't see anything around the hood, at least, that's looking wrong. So I'm going to head down. I mean, we got to either go down the other side or go down this side. So
I don't want to go down either. I'm not a fan of this. I am not a fan of this. So I don't like snow and ice when you're going down steep hills. It is hard to see how steep this is on the camera. I don't like going down roads like this when it's this wet and icy out. What made you think that your radiator went out?
well, I just saw a ton of steam that all of a sudden when we got up to the top. And then when I first got out, I thought I smelled like a little bit of radiator fluid. But then when I opened the hood, like I didn't see anything, nothing looked off.
One piece of good news today.
Like I said, it's an adventure.
Always. We got down the scary steep snow mountain, and I did not like that at all, but made it down. So I pulled out an app that I use all the time and found an area from here. It's 23 miles away. It's supposed to have some good camping next to the river, but in reality, it's always hard to know what it's going to be like when it's winter and what these conditions are. The road I'm looking at looks like it's pretty accessible. I've checked it out on Google Earth. I've checked it out on the app that I use, and we will see because I'm ready to land somewhere. We've been driving for a few hours now, and it is time to just be done driving. Okay, this area looks pretty awesome. It reminds me of the Olympic National Park. So many of the campsites in this area were pretty flooded out from all of the rain. There's just pools of water everywhere, and so that's the last thing that you want when you're camping, is you don't want to have a bunch of water and you're getting in and out of the van. Looks like there's a drier spot up here. Just have to go through this bit of water. Oh, I drug. Not good. Ugh. But we're down in leaves instead of mud, so that's better. You know, this time of year, it's just really hard to find a spot when it's this wet out. It seems like everything is just a muddy mess. Well, the van got a little bit muddy and it's filthy, let's just be honest. It's gonna need a car wash really badly. This is where we've landed in this really pretty like rainforest area is the only way that I can describe it. And it is snowing, which is so bizarre. Like I was not expecting it to snow somewhere that looked like this. Watching the snow come down though is just extremely peaceful, and you can hear the river behind me. Well, all in all, this ended up being kind of a cool spot to land. I think it was a little different than our expectations. We were expecting to be high up in a mountain and ended up in a burned area, and then came down the mountain with a lot of snow down the roads, and then landed about 45 minutes away in this rainy, snowy rainforest area right by a river. So I'm not complaining. I think that this is pretty nice. Apollo, we woke up to the snow, didn't we? What do you think about all that snow, huh? What are you thinking about this? Come on, kiss us. Oh. Well, this was a surprise. A really, really good one. What a great spot. I mean, to go from just negative after negative yesterday of trying to find a spot, and then to land in such a rainforest magical spot, and then to wake up to snow, I would say that this ended up being the better plan. You want to go see the snow? Come on. You come out in the snow? It'd be so fun. Let's try it. Let's see. We have camped in the snow before, but he has not been out in the snow before. Oh, hi, Ben. Are you coming to say hi to Apollo too? All right, so let's see if this works cat in the snow. What do you think, huh? You gonna eat the snow? Well, he's been wanting to come outside, so I wanted him to get some just time outdoors, but I have the van door open so we can go inside at any time, but I just thought he might like to kind of explore a little bit. We were trying to get a picture of them together and it wasn't working great. We'll see what we get. You guys gonna say good morning to each other? Oh, you guys are so freaking cute. Paula's like, I'm just gonna clean myself here and act like I don't care. Do you like it? Is it different and interesting? He likes to be up on this rock. I think he feels a little safe. It's a little drier and he can still explore. Oh, there he goes. I think Apollo's done. Let's go in our van, not in this one. Come on, Apollo. He's looking where it's dry inside. Come on, Apollo. Let's go in our van. Come on, Ben, gentle with him, okay? You did so good outside. I'm so glad you had fun and got a little exercise. Okay, back inside we go. Well, this was really fun to get to camp overnight here and go to sleep under all the mossy trees and wake up with all the snow. It's supposed to snow for about 3 more days. And I have plans and a hike I really want to go do. So I need to hit the road before I get stuck here with all that snow coming in. But I've really enjoyed sharing this adventure with you. Some days are amazing, some days are just ordinary, but every day can be an adventure. If you enjoyed this video today, click on the like button, comment below. Let me know if you enjoyed seeing Apollo play out in the snow. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't already. And thank you so much for coming along. But until the next adventure, I'll see you then.